So, you're coming to Jakarta, maybe on a layover to Bali or any of the other beautiful destinations that Indonesia has to offer, and you need to know what to do whilst you're here. Well, look no further. My name is Matt, and today I'm going to share with you my 48 hours in Jakarta travel guide. We'll go through the good, the bad and the ugly, so this video is all you're really going to need to watch to know exactly what to do when you're here in Jakarta. Let's start at the airport. When you arrive into Jakarta Airport, you're going to have a few options of how you can get into the city centre. The first is, of course, a taxi. Walk about 8 centimetres outside of the front doors of the airport and you're going to get bombarded with hundreds of taxi offers. This is the simplest and possibly the quickest way to get into the city, but also the most expensive. You'll normally get a taxi for around 250,000 IDR, which is around $16. Compare this to option 2, jumping on a train from the airport to the city centre, which boasts a time of only around 45 minutes and can cost anywhere from 40 to 70k, $2 to $6. However, yes, this is 45 minutes once you're on the train, but it takes quite a while to get from the airport to the transfer terminal, to the train station, buying your ticket, and then waiting for your train. And then you still need to get to exactly where you need to be, the other end of the train. So my personal suggestion here would be to just jump in a taxi. Okay, so you've been to your hotel, you've dropped off your bag, and now you have 2 days of exploring Jakarta. What first? Well, my first recommendation would be to head directly to Merdeka Square. Merdeka Square translates to independence or freedom, and is a tribute to Indonesia's independence, which was gained in 1945. The square is the largest square in Southeast Asia and considered one of the largest squares in the entire world at around 1 square kilometre. In the centre of the square is the national monument, often called Monas. If you are getting a taxi here, then simply telling the taxi driver Monas will get you where you need to be. This impressive monument stands at a whopping 132 metres high and has a gold leaf tip. This was built to represent the struggle when gaining independence and often gets light to a sword. You can take a trip to the top of the monument, which on a clear day will give you an epic view of the city. This is a great start to your day as you're now in a good location for some of the other things which are nearby. Merdeka Square is surrounded by important government buildings such as the Merdeka Palace, the National Monument, the National Library, Jakarta City Hall, the Supreme Court and various governmental ministries. There is also Southeast Asia's largest mosque just over the road. Istiqlal Mosque can house over 200,000 people at any one time, and designed by a famous designer who made the building as beautiful as it is impressive. My top tip here would be to rent a sarong, go inside, have a look around, look up at the roofs, they're just absolutely stunning. It's a really gorgeous building once you're inside and even outside. Look over the road and you'll see Jakarta's cathedral. Jakarta Cathedral is a Roman Catholic cathedral in Jakarta, which is also the seat of the Roman Catholic Archbishop of Jakarta, currently Archbishop Ignatius Suharyo Hadijamojo. I hope I've not butchered that too much. These are 2 very impressive buildings and a must-do while you're visiting Merdeka Square. Okay, we're halfway through your first day here in Jakarta. What next? Well, you should head over to the beach. Yes, you did hear me right, the beach. Jakarta may be better known for its glass skylines, its street food or its friendly locals, but there is in fact a beach that could get itself up on that list soon. Head over to Ancol Beach for your sun hit. Ancol is a coastal lowland area located in the east of Kota Tua in northern Jakarta. The coastal lowland stretches from Kota Tua to the west and Tanjung Priok to the east. Today, Ancol contains the main beach resort of Jakarta. You'll see lots of locals use this as their local public beach. Families will all come, particularly on a Sunday when most people will not be working. So far, this is a fairly unknown beach for tourism, so you'll likely be one of the only few ones when you're there. Here you'll not only find a nice stretch of beach, some shops, restaurants and bars, and there is even a theme park. Dunia Fantasia is a theme park next to Ancol Beach. It's an internationally themed amusement park offering roller coasters, interactive rides, flumes and shows. Dunia Fantasia is Jakarta's answer to Disneyland, and fans of the famous theme park from the United States may find many points of it surprisingly familiar. This is a great choice if you are looking for something to do with children and there is also a theatre that has a range of shows all about Indonesia. If the theme park isn't for you, then you can take a leisurely ride on a cable car which goes over the beaches, giving you a very unique perspective of the coastline here. Or take a trip out on a boat and see the beaches with wind rushing through your hair. We took a boat out for just 100,000 IDR and had a 30-minute trip up the coast to see all the beaches and the interesting juxtaposition of the beach and metropolitan landscape behind it. Evening time now on day one, and what better thing to do than head over to a sky bar and enjoy the evening with a cocktail in your hand overlooking the amazing skyline of Jakarta, which boasts the 6th most skyscrapers in the whole world. You'll get some amazing sky bars in central and south Jakarta, but my personal preference would be to head to Sky Bar, where I think you get the best views of the city. Take a stroll through the SCBD, the Sudirman Central Business District, and catch the moonlight on the glass skyscrapers and see a completely different side to the city. Okay, it's day 2. We're going to begin our day by heading over to Kota Tua. This old town is located in the north of Jakarta. Kota Tua centres on Istiqlal Square, a lively plaza with regular traditional dance shows. This is where you're going to really see the mark that the colonial Dutch left in Indonesia. Beautiful buildings line the street, and the local museums can educate you on the history of this amazing country. This is where you're going to meet some of the friendliest locals in all of Indonesia. When you're here in Kota Tua, you must rent a push bike in the square and go for a little ride on the most colourful bikes I've ever seen. You even get to wear a matching hat. Can't say fairer than that. After this, head to the famous Cafe Batavia for a bite to eat in a slightly overpriced but incredibly beautiful relic of the Dutch era. As you walk around this area, you will find pretty architecture that dates from the Dutch colonial period, and you can also visit the cobbled central town square, which is the significant feature of this area. This area is seen as the cultural heart of the city, and many artists and photographers gravitate here to take in this most relaxed atmosphere and old world feel. And the area is also studded with cafes, so you can have a drink and enjoy the surroundings with a coffee in your hand. Once you've finished exploring Istiqlal Square, you can take a short 15-minute walk to the authentic Chinatown nearby. This Chinatown is not like any other Chinatown you'll see in other cities with gimmicky attractions or over-glamorous detailing. The Chinatown in Jakarta is a very traditional and authentic Chinatown where you will get a real feeling of life in China. Explore the food markets, all local shops, and waste away the morning pottering and exploring a different culture. Okay, afternoon time now on your second day here in Jakarta. Let's head over to Grand Indonesia Mall and do a little shopping. This impressive mall is home to literally hundreds of top-of-the-range designer shops and some more affordable options too, thank God. If you're visiting Indonesia or Jakarta to shop, then you really will fall over your own feet to get inside this and explore this slice of action. Explore the mall and the many shops, or head over to the viewing gallery for yet another amazing view of the city. My little tip here is to head down to the basement where the food shops are and discover the coffee making robot. This was Southeast Asia's first coffee making robot and is something pretty cool to witness. I actually don't drink coffee, but it was cool to watch other people's. Once you've shopped until you've dropped, you should then jump on the MRT. This is Jakarta's newest addition to their public transport system. The MRT can take you from central to South Jakarta in an impeccable time and impeccable cleanliness and comfort. Jakarta has millions of residents, so public transport can get extremely busy. But due to the MRT being a little pricier than the other public transport options, it remains still a very quiet and easy to use mode of transport. Take the MRT to the SCBD for a proper look around at this point. Head into some of the buildings and explore their viewing platforms to fully immerse yourself in this modern skyline with incredible futuristic views that you could be lost in thinking you were in New York. The SCBD is busy during the week but surprisingly quiet in the weekends due to no workers actually being there, or very few workers being there. Take the time to walk around the streets and soak up this metropolitan landscape. Finally, at this point, head over the road to the local park where you can grab a bite to eat and sit in the evening sun, congratulating yourself on exploring the best of Jakarta in such a short period of time. Okay guys, so there were my 2 days full of action in Jakarta. Loads to see and do, but really ticking off all the highlights. Hope you've enjoyed this video, hope you'll check out Jakarta, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.